What is the spiritual dream meaning of balloons? The answer just might be the most important thing you hear today. And it starts with a question about one of the most brilliant and tragic minds of the 20th century. Just think about that for a second. What if the whole story of Sylvia Plath isn't about some slow descent into darkness, but about a single, devastating choice to let go of lightness? I mean, her life was this absolute flash of brilliance, right? She was getting published in national magazines at 20. By 30, she'd written The Bell Jar, a masterpiece. She had it all: a Cambridge education, a famous poet husband, kids, a legacy. And then, at 30, she put her head in an oven. The question that has haunted everyone is just, why?
Well, here's the theory. That balloon, in her dreams, in her life, it was everything that was meant to soar. Her hope, her creativity, her truest self. It was her joy, her ambition, her very soul.
And here's the twist. It wasn't letting go that was the problem. It was holding on too damn tight. She gripped every responsibility, every ambition, every piece of pain, until she just couldn't carry the weight of it all. She suffocated, not from a lack of air, but from too much gravity. So, let's bring this home. Let's talk about you. Because this isn't just some literary metaphor. This is about survival. Where are you in this picture, right now? Are you the one holding on so tight your knuckles are white? Are you just floating aimlessly? Or have you already let go, and you're just standing there, watching the best parts of yourself just drift away? Let's get even more direct. Do you deep down believe you deserve to be happy, to be successful, to feel light? Or do you feel like you have to stay on the ground, just weighed down by duty and what everyone else expects of you? This right here is the root of it all. Plath was terrified of this. Her journals are filled with this fear, that if she rose too high, she'd be punished for it. The balloon and the bell jar. Do you share that fear? That if you get too visible, too joyful, too free, something terrible is gonna happen? You know, that fear isn't just you being weird, it's universal. Psychology actually has a name for this stuff. Carl Jung would call the balloon an archetypal symbol. It's this universal icon for what he called the ascending spirit, that part of you that is literally designed to rise, to be seen, and to soar. And it's not just some old psychological theory either. Modern psychology is right there with it. Cognitive behavioral therapy tells us that recurring symbols in our dreams, they aren't random. They are direct maps of our deepest beliefs about ourselves. So a balloon in your dream is your own mind showing you exactly what you think you deserve. Now get ready for this, because this is a wild piece of data. Women dream about balloons at twice the rate of men. Twice. That is not an accident, and there is a very, very profound reason why. It's because women are culturally trained to hold the string. We are socialized to be the anchors, to manage everyone else's rise to the top, to keep everything and everyone grounded, all while quietly being taught to doubt our own right to fly. That balloon dream, that's your psyche screaming, no more. So look, when a balloon shows up in your dream, it's not cute. It's an urgent conversation that your subconscious is demanding you have. It's about your need for joy that you don't have to earn. It's about your complicated relationship with hope and why it feels so dangerous. It's about your fear of being seen. And it's about your deep, deep hunger for a life that just doesn't feel so heavy all the time. So please, pay attention. This dream is a red flag, or hey, maybe it's a red balloon. It's your deepest self knocking at the door, telling you that whatever you're doing right now, it's not working. Something has got to change. And that leaves you with one last piercing question. What is it going to be? Do you need to release something? A burden, a fear, a responsibility that was never yours to carry? Or do you need to reclaim something you let go of a long, long time ago? Your joy, your ambition, your hope? The answer could change absolutely everything. Part 2. Let's get right into it. The balloon dream? It doesn't always look the same, and we have to figure out why. Look, these aren't just some random images your brain is cooking up. We're talking about direct, urgent messages from the most honest part of you. They're a diagnosis, and it's time we decode them, right now. Okay, so first up, you dream of a balloon just floating away. You watch it go. That's your brain rehearsing something really important. It's practicing a new belief, that letting go is actually survivable. So here's what you're gonna do. This isn't a suggestion, it's an instruction. Find that one thing you're clinging to purely out of fear. You've got 3 days. And then you make one single decision about it. That's the move.
Now, what about the opposite? The white-knuckle death grip on the string. Well, that's the control dream. It is a direct signal of deep anxiety. It's that old wound of over-responsibility, the one that trained you to believe that you have to hold it all together for everyone. And let's be honest, it is completely exhausting you. So, listen, you don't have to let go completely. That's not the first step. The first step is to question the fear. Just ask yourself this honestly. What is the actual worst thing that happens if you loosen that grip by just 10%? That pop, the shock, the sudden violent absence of what was just there. This is the grief dream, and you have to treat it like an alarm bell. Your subconscious is screaming at you that you are grieving a loss that you have not been willing to name in your waking life. Do not ignore this dream. The feeling you had, that shock, that sadness, that's your clue. That's your starting point. You need to talk to someone. You use that feeling as a thread, and you follow it all the way back to where it started. Ah, the limbo dream. You see, you've got the potential, you're rising, but now you're just stuck. That ceiling, it's a limiting belief, a toxic relationship, a fear that's telling you this is as high as you go. But here's the critical part. The balloon hasn't popped, which means there is still time. So here's your move. You have to name the ceiling. What is it really? And then you're going to write one sentence of pure defiance. This is how you start to dismantle the cage you've put around yourself. And then you get this dream, a room just full of balloons, color, joy, abundance. This is the expansion dream. It shows up right when you're on the verge of something incredible. But you know what? So many women feel guilty when they have this dream, like they don't deserve that much joy. This dream is a sign to get ready for happiness. So you gotta ask yourself, are you actually letting joy in? Or are you finding ways to push it away? If it's the latter, that's a pattern you have to break. Now. Limp, colorless, on the floor. If you dream of a deflated balloon, your psyche is holding a mirror right up to your face. It's showing you what's left after you've given every last bit of yourself away. That deflated balloon, it's you. And this is the final alarm. I need you to really hear this. This is not a metaphor. It is not a gentle suggestion. In psychological terms, this is a medical emergency. You cannot keep going this way. Here's your action plan. Right now, look at your calendar, find one thing this week, and cancel it. Do not reschedule it. Cancel it. And then you protect that time like your life depends on it, because your emotional survival does. Okay, a total shift. You dream you're being carried upward, that you're weightless. This is the ascension dream. Think of it as a psychological prophecy. It means your unconscious already knows you are ready for the next level. You are ready to rise. Do not let this signal go to waste. Your instructions are clear. Write down 3 places you could grow, then rank them. Not by what's safest, but by what actually excites you. Then you have 48 hours to take one real step toward number 1. So in the dream, you hand your balloon to someone else. Seems nice, right? An act of generosity. But this dream is asking a much sharper question. Are you giving from a place of love, or are you handing over your own joy because you've been taught to believe it doesn't really belong to you in the first place? I want you to pay attention to this when you're awake. The next time you are about to sacrifice your own joy for someone else's comfort, just pause and ask yourself this question, because the answer tells you exactly what you need to do next. Seeing a black balloon can feel a little jarring, but this is not a nightmare. It's your shadow self. It's all the parts of you that you've rejected or been told are too much. But here's the beautiful, powerful part. It's still floating. It's buoyant. Your shadow has energy. So this dream is an invitation to change your entire strategy. Stop fighting this part of yourself. Just ask this. What would it look like to work with that energy instead of trying to push it down? Integration is always, always more powerful than suppression. This one is deeply disturbing. A balloon is supposed to rise. It's what it does. If yours is on the ground, something is profoundly wrong.
It means your spirit, your creativity, your true self, it's being actively held down, diminished. Let's be absolutely clear about this. This isn't a small problem. A grounded balloon is a spiritual emergency. Your soul is being suffocated.
So this is it, your final move, and it's non-negotiable. You have to identify the weight. What is tied to your balloon? A person? Your job? A belief? You must name it, out loud, clearly, today.
And that's where we land. You've named it. You've looked right at the thing that is holding you down, that is snuffing out your light. So what now? What are you going to do about it?
Part 3. Okay, insight without action is just beautiful paralysis. Look, you've done the thinking, right? You've turned it over and over in your mind, but getting it, that's not the finish line. It's the starting gun. So what's coming next? These are not suggestions. These are real, concrete things you must do to go from just knowing to actually doing. All right, this first one is for the overthinker, for the woman whose mind is basically a fortress. Yeah, I'm talking you. That amazing analytical brain of yours, it's not just a tool anymore, is it? It's a defense mechanism. It's this high wall you've built up to keep you safe from a truth your heart already knows. So listen up.
Here's the drill. For 21 days, every single morning, you're gonna write just 3 sentences. All I have to do is describe a balloon. That's it. Don't analyze it, don't try to make it poetic, don't go looking for some deeper meaning. This isn't about being clever, it's about being real. When you just describe something simple, you kind of sneak past that guard dog of your analytical mind. And then on day 21, when you read them all back, oh, you're gonna see a pattern. It's your psyche talking, totally unfiltered, and it's got something to tell you.
Look, your analytical mind is a hell of a guard, but this little journal exercise, it's like the secret key that gets you past the gate. You're not fighting your defenses here, you're just quietly walking around them. And the truth that you find on the other side, it's not just gonna change your mind, it's gonna change your whole life. I mean it.
Okay, next step. For the creative woman. For the one who's holding on to something, maybe it's a relationship that's way past its expiration date, a version of yourself you've totally outgrown, or a dream that's, well, it's become more of a burden. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? You feel that weight every single day.
This isn't just some cute, symbolic thing. This is a command you're giving to your brain. The actual physical act of letting that balloon go, it sends a powerful signal. It connects your decision to let go with a real-world action. It bridges the gap between I want to let go and actually letting go. So you take it outside, you release it, you watch it float away, and you feel that shift happen inside of you.
Here's the deal. You cannot build your next chapter when your hands are still full of the last one. Releasing something isn't about giving up, it's about making space. It's like architecture. You have to clear the old foundation before you can build something new and incredible.
But what if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, rituals aren't my thing? What if you need logic, a straight line, a cognitive approach? Well, for the skeptic, for the person who needs a clear step-by-step plan, this one's for you.
Okay, this is basically a 12-minute tool to rewire your brain. First, you name the core emotion from your dream, fear, joy, whatever. Then you ask, where is this showing up in my real life? Then, the big one, what's the belief underneath this feeling? Maybe it's something like, good things never last. And then you challenge it. Find just one piece of evidence to the contrary, just one. An act like this can literally start to unravel a belief you've been carrying for decades.
Because here's the urgent truth. Your unconscious beliefs, they're running your life without your permission. They are the invisible strings pulling you around. If you don't drag them out into the light and look at them, they are making your choices for you. This isn't just self-help stuff. This is about taking your life back. It is that serious. And now, for the woman in crisis, for the one who was right in the middle of it, navigating that intense stress, that grief, that feeling of being completely overwhelmed. If your dreams are dark, if it feels like all the balloons are popping, I am speaking directly to you right now.
I need you to say these exact words to someone you trust. I'm not okay right now, and I need to talk. That sentence, that is your balloon. Saying it out loud is the act of release. It's the moment you finally stop trying to hold everything together by yourself. Just reaching out, that is the act of floating. Because being alone with these feelings, it just makes them bigger. It amplifies everything until it's all you can see. Please hear me on this. You were not designed to carry this by yourself.
And finally,
for the ambitious woman, the one standing at a crossroads. You've got a huge decision hanging over your head, right? A career change, a massive relationship choice, a big creative leap. The path isn't clear, and man, the weight of it all is just heavy. So here is your framework. It's called What Would Float? I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions about that big decision. Number 1, does this lift me up or does it weigh me down? Simple. Number 2, if I let it go, will something better rise up to take its place? And number 3, am I holding on to this because I love it or because I'm terrified of the empty sky without it? Now, the answers might not feel good. They probably won't. You need to ask them anyway. Because here's the urgent truth. Any decision you make because you're afraid of that empty sky will always feel heavier than it needs to. You deserve to choose from a place of lightness. You deserve a life that lifts you, not one you have to drag around like a ball and chain. And this brings us to something really serious. Sylvia Plath held the string until she couldn't hold anything anymore. She held on to her pain, her darkness, all of it, and it was too much. Let that really sink in for a second. But you do not have to be her story. That is not your path. The very fact that you are here, listening to this right now, proves that a part of you is looking for another way out, and you've just found it. So let's ask it one more time, that crucial question. Am I holding this because I love it, or because I'm just afraid of the empty sky without it? Be brutally honest with yourself, right now. What is the real reason you're holding on? Because the sky, it's not a threat, it's an invitation. That feeling of lightness, of floating, that you felt in your dreams, that's not a fantasy, that's your potential. The empty sky you're so scared of is actually just open space, an opportunity for something new, something better, to rise up. So accept it, and this isn't a gentle suggestion, it's a command. From the deepest, wisest part of you that knows you were made for more than this. Now, don't wait until you're ready, because you never will be. Don't wait for things to calm down, because they won't. The time to act, to release, to choose lightness is right now.